You cannot be compassionate and kill people in the war of choice, the war of Iraq. I'm an Army colonel. I was a former U.S. diplomat. I know I will be leaving, but I want to say my piece. That these wars of choice that both the Democrats and the Republicans have had are terrible for our own national security.
You know, the wonderful thing about democracy is people do get to say their piece. Sometimes do about the world's poorest, and he talked about debt relief for the most heavily indebted countries in that first set of debates, and so he was very much interested in these issues. But I want to go back to something that Mike said. It had to be done in a different way. We all knew that there had been a lot of foreign assistance that had in effect been wasted. We knew, and I think anyone in Congress could attest, that we were losing the consensus about the importance of foreign assistance, that we were losing on both sides of the aisle, but particularly among conservatives, the sense that American taxpayer dollars ought to be used in this way. And so it was extremely important to have not just an argument about compassion, although that was an important argument, but also an argument about effectiveness and what it could mean for us in terms of our own security as well. And I think after September 11th, when we recognized that the most devastating attack to the United States had come from a failed state called Afghanistan that could not control its borders, was brutalized.
Condoleeza Rice, the blood of Iraqi children is on your hands. The blood of Iraqi children is on your hands. 9/11 was an excuse to go to war, and you know that. You should be held accountable in The Hague, in the Court of Justice. My generation soldiers are dying. 18 veterans a day are committing suicide from that war. There's post-traumatic stress disorder. True patriotism does not look like illegal bombing and war and lying our way into a war that has killed hundreds of thousands of Iraqi civilians. You know this. You're better than this. America is better than this. I'll go with you.
Please leave. Later in the program for folks to tweet some questions.
The majority of America wants justice and accountability. The majority of America wants justice and accountability. There is a war criminal speaking here, and you should be held accountable. What about the children? What will we tell our grandchildren? The legacy of America is, what will we tell our children? Will we tell them America is #1 at war, or that we did something to make the world a better place? Condoleeza Rice is a war criminal! I'm going peacefully, don't worry. Condoleeza Rice is a war criminal! Condoleeza Rice is a war criminal! Condoleeza Rice is a war criminal! She should be held accountable! She is a war criminal! And we will push for accountability!
Whoa, what happened inside, Rae? Oh, okay.
There's a woman inside this building, Condoleeza Rice, who's responsible for lying to the American public and for taking this country into a disastrous war. Wars in Iraq and Afghanistan that have killed thousands of innocent civilians, that have killed hundreds of thousands of Iraqi civilians, thousands of U.S. soldiers every day.
You've been told already.
And
Thank
I'm
you.
an Army colonel.
What's your name, ma'am? Just keep walking. Ma'am, what's your name?
My name is Rae Abileah, R-A-E, last name
And who are you affiliated with CODEPINK?
I'm with CODEPINK, Women for Peace, and this is retired Colonel Ann Wright.
WRIGHT.
And we let Condoleeza Rice know that we were very concerned about her statements of compassion, of the Bush administration being so compassionate in aid programs, but killing people all over the world in their war policies.
So were you inside also?
Yeah. I got kicked out
What were
just
you
like
hoping
Ray.
what were you hoping to accomplish with your protest inside?
Well, to let the Republicans know that we are horrified about the wars they've started and that they will continue if they get back in office.
And we feel that we have exercised our freedom of speech. We have petitioned our Congress. We have written letters. We have met with our elected officials, all to no avail. The Bush administration was never held accountable for the war crimes in Iraq and Afghanistan, still to this day, even under a Democratic leadership. And so if the government won't lead and push for accountability, we the people say it's time for a citizen's arrest. We will lead the way. And we know that the power of the people is greater than the people in power, and we have to ensure our government, our democracy, and our Constitution, even when our leaders fail us.
Colonel, what did you do? Are you a colonel or captain?
I was a colonel.
Colonel.
Full colonel.
There is okay, you're Army. I'm sorry.
Army, yep.
What did you do in the Army, ma'am?
The last couple of assignments I had were with the Pentagon and political military affairs. I was also a U.S. diplomat who resigned in 2003 in opposition to the war in Iraq.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all. Thanks.
Good job, ladies.
Thank you.